Hello friends, today we will start some more trigonometric formulas. So now there is another one, like they said that tangent a plus b equal one minus tangent a and tangent b. So this is our another formula, we have to remember that one. So how to solve, sometimes they asking this is a formula, you need to remember that one. And the secondly, you have to prove it. This left hand side should be equal to our right hand side. So we are taking our left hand side shows it tangent a plus b, right? And as you know that, what does it mean of tangent? Tan is equal to sine over cos. We already described sine over cos, sine values a plus b angle and a cos a plus b angle. So we have to stick, instead of tangent, we will convert that into a sine and a cos. So we go two angles, sine alpha plus beta and over cos alpha plus beta. What is the formula of a sine a plus b? Sine a plus b is equal to sine of a cos of b and plus cos of a and sine of b. We have to stick, instead of that value, we can write down instead of here. So we can say that sine a angle cos of b angle plus sine, then we have to stick positive sign. So cos first angle and sine second angle. Same as it is in here, but in a cos a plus b angle, this is bit different. If they are positive, then we have to write down a negative sign between that, and that will comes up cos of a cos of b minus sine of a and sine of b, right? We got the values. So now we have to convert that thing into that value. How we can convert that thing? So we can multiply and divide by one number or one digit which can convert that value into that. In here you can see we need a 1 that side, isn't it? So if we need a 1 that side, so it's mean we can divide by whole value with that. So we can divide by that on top and on the bottom. If we divide that thing, so we can write down, instead of here, we can write down in here divide, and we write down in here divide and multiply and divide by with that. Right, so we have to write down the values. So we will get in here thus first we write on top value sine a cos of b, right, plus cos of a sine of b and what we are dividing by that value. So cos of A and cos of B, and then so we multiply and divide. So this is multiplication, and there should be a division on there, on the top and the bottom. So bottom value we should write down cos of A, cos of B, minus sine of A, sine of B, right? So, and division is cos of A, cos of B. Now we remove little part from here. So it's mean this value is divided, so that divide by that side and that divide by that side. Same as it is, this will divide that value, this will divide that value also. So we write down in here sine of A, cos of B, divided by which number? That thing, cos of A, cos of B. Our sign is a positive, and cos of A, cos of B. So that value become cos of A and sine of B, and division sign again we need to write down cos of A, cos of B, negative sign minus sine of A, sine of B, right? And division already cos of A, cos of B, cos of A, cos of B, right? We already wrote it on the all values. So now you can see here so when you divide, so you can see this is division, then multiplication and division. Cos B, that cancel, first cancel it, and cos A, that cancel, cos A, cos B, that's whole value cancel, and here nothing cancel. So now you can see sine A over cos A. What does it mean? Sine A over cos, that becomes tangent. First I write down what remaining. I just write down remaining values. This remains here plus sine B over cos B remaining. And the bottom bar what's remaining? That's cancelled. That's only one left. Minus that's remaining as it is. We can write down sine A over cos A and sine B over cos B. So now we can convert these value into our tangent, because sine over cos, that give you a tangent. So that becomes tan of A plus tan of B divided by 1 minus tan of A and tan of B equal to right hand side. This is our proof. So now you know that how to prove that value. You first convert that values into sine and cos, and then you can write down easily. Same as it is if you write down, if there is a positive value, that's positive, negative. If the negative value, then this become negative, this become positive. So now you can find out the second part by your own self. I'll just write down the property, and then you can do by your own self. Sine cos of tangent of A minus B. If there comes a minus, then tan of A minus tan of B. and one pole plus instead of minus, now positive sign. Again you have to convert tangent a minus b into sine and cos, and then you can find out the value. That's another property. So there is another one which is cotangent. If there comes in a cotangent of a plus b, how to find out? Because you know that cotangent a is equal to cos a over sine a, because that's a reciprocal of a tangent. You can say that that's a reciprocal of a tangent, or there's a two way to solve that value with the tangent, or you can say that this is 1 over tangent of a, like that. So you can convert cotangent into 1 over tangent, or 1 over tangent, or you can flip that value. For example, if I write down in here, so the values comes up, if you need to find out cotangent a and b, that value comes up cotangent of a, cotangent of b minus 1 over cotangent a plus cotangent b. The reciprocal of that value, just you can see that positive, when you're flipping every value, that convert 1 over tan a, 1 over cotangent, 1 over cotangent b, 1 over cotangent, 1 over cotangent. When you solve it, you will find out that value. Secondly, if the sign is negative, then this value comes positive and this value comes negative. I can do one cotangent, and then they're gonna be easy now, because you know that tangent value, the tangent, this is 1 over means cotangent, right? If I write down in here cotangent a plus b is equal to 1 over tangent a plus b, and you know that tangent value is this. When you flipping that value, that will comes on top, 1 minus tangent a tangent b over tangent a plus tangent b, right? But you want to convert that thing in cotangent, so where we are finding cotangent, we can convert into 1 over cotangent. So you can see that in here, 1 minus tangent a means cotangent of a, and cotangent of b. Bottom value 1 over cotangent a plus 1 over cotangent b. Now you have to rest LCM of that value. The bottom top value LCM is coming cotangent a cotangent b, and that value multiply with 1, so cotangent a cotangent b minus 1. Both LCM is cotangent a times cotangent b. So in here we go cotangent a but not cotangent b, so we can write down cotangent b plus sign cotangent a. So that thing cancel with that. So what remaining? Cotangent a cotangent b, you can see, and over cotangent a plus cotangent b. This is the answer to right hand side. So now you can prove that value also. Same as it is if if the formula comes up like find out tangent of 2a is the same angle but double angle, so then you can say that tangent a plus a, right? Same thing, isn't it? So when you write on tangent a, that becomes 2 of tangent a. 1 minus tangent a times tangent a, that becomes tangent squared of a. Same thing with that in tangent 2 of a. If we are moving to tangent 3 of a, then what to do? Tangent 3 of a, same as it is, just like you are finding value of cos. Tangent 3 of a is equal to, the formula says that 3 of tangent a minus tangent cube of a. Over 1 minus 3 tangent square. This is a angle. So what to do? With that one, you have to convert these value into sine and cos. Then you can easily work out the value of tangent of 3. Just like you can say that sine 3 of a over cos 3 of a, and you already know that how to find out the sine 3 of a, cos 3 of a, the value, and then you stick in there sine values, cos value, and then divided by again same thing, the same number, and then you can find out. So now we are moving, if any angle is a negative angle comes up in there, then what we can do? If sine an angle is negative, so it means minus sign will come out. If the negative signs comes in there, so minus come out. How? You can write down it is sine. Can you write down in this value as it is? Sine 0 minus a. And you know the formula of that, so you can say that sine of first angle cos of second angle minus cos of or sine of second angle or cos of first angle. And as you know that the value of sine 0 is 0, the value of cos 0 is 1. So 0 times this gives you 0 minus sine of a, which is equal to minus sine of a. Same as if it comes up in there, cos of minus angle, then you answer will be cos of positive a. How? Positive a. If we can stick formula in there, cos of 0 minus a. Can we write down two angles? If this function comes up, and you know that when you are using that function, what you do? You are doing cos of first angle, cos of second angle, minus sine of first angle and sine of second angle. As you know that sine is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So answer is cos of a. When they are negative cos, then it comes a positive. When there is a positive cos, then it comes a negative. Right? So these are our function So we are using in there. So there is another property of you have to work out the value of one minus sine of 2a equal cos of a minus sine of a and its squared. We have to prove is 1 minus sine 2 of a, then you have to prove it equal to cos a minus sine a squared. If the values comes sine positive, 1 plus sine 2 of a, then cos a plus sine of a. That's a second. Now how to prove that one? So you can select any one of them, either first one or either second one, and then you have to work out the proof. First of all, I can write on a value function. If I write down in here a any number plus b squared, what does it mean? It's mean a squared plus b squared. If the sign is positive, then plus 2 times of a and b, right? If the function is a minus b squared, what does it mean? It's mean a squared plus b squared minus 2a and b. These are the formula we will use in there. So now we are taking our right hand side and then convert that thing into a left hand side. So our right hand side, not left hand side, we're taking right hand side. Formula opened. That's a cos squared of a minus plus sine squared of a and minus 2 of sine of a and cos of a, right? This is the value comes up. Now when you see sine 2 of a, how we can convert sine 2 of a? You know that. What do you know? You know it, this function, if I write down, because sine square of a plus cos square of a is equal to 1. It means that value becomes 1, right? So and that becomes minus 2 sine of a cos of a. And if you see this value sine, because sine 2 of a means sine a plus a, right? And sine a plus a means sine first angle cos second angle plus cos first angle and sine second angle. That becomes 2 sine a and cos of a. So instead of that, we can write down 1 minus sine of 2 of a, which is equal to left hand side. So if you know the formulas, then easily you can define. If you don't know the formula, then they're going to be more harder. First of all, you need to remember these formulas and then work out. And there is another formula comes up. Now they are asking sine square A minus sine square B. Sine square A minus sine square B. You have to prove it. Sine A plus B, sine A minus B. There you go. So you need to remember that value. There is a 1. You need to remember. And then secondly, I will write down, if there is a cos square A minus sine square B, cos A and sine B, A plus B cos of A minus B. This is second. The third one is cos square A minus cos square B. Is equal to minus sine A plus B and sine A minus B. These are the three formulas you need to remember, and you have to work out and exactly left hand side or right hand side, you can decide which side you will select it, and then you have to prove it. So these are the three formulas, and I will prove it, one of them, and whatever else remaining formulas remaining, about the couple of formulas left, and that we will do after in the next session. So first I will select any one of them, 1, 2, 3, any one of them we need to select it, and then convert into just selecting the last one. I selecting which side to select. So select any side. I have selected that side, right hand side. Right hand side. It's saying minus sine A plus B. What does it mean? Minus sine A plus B. Sine of A cos of B plus cos of A and sine of B. Right? Bracket close. Secondly, sine A minus B. Sine of A cos of B minus cos of A and sine of B. Now that will remind you a function of formula of which formula I can write down in here. A plus B times A minus B. This is A, this is B, this is A, this is B, and plus and minus. The answer will come A square minus B square. Or because there are two value, I can write down in here AB plus CD and AB minus CD, for example. Then first value square A square B square minus C square and D square, like that. So same as this, we need to apply that formula, because sine A cos B, this is one thing, and this is positive, negative. Then we can say that sine square B square minus cos square sine square, like that. Minus sign as it is outside. Sine square of A cos square of B, right? Minus cos square of A sine square of B. Right? So we have stick that value in there. So now you can see how we can get rid of sine from here, because we need a cos A and a B. How we can get rid of sine on both sides? So you can decide which function or which formula you applied in here to get rid of sine values. So now in here, as you know that the function, you know, because we cannot take any common value in there, we have to write down the function just like this sine. We need to remove sine on both. Can you write down instead of sine of A here, because I can write down first and then that will be help you out. Sine square A plus cos square A equal to 1. But we need value sine. So sine square of A is equal to 1 minus cos square of A. This function we applied in here and same as it is in there. When we apply, then we can get rid of sine. Minus sine as it is outside. 1 minus cos square of A. And this value as it is cos square of B. I put large bracket. Minus cos square of A, we needed 1 minus cos square of B. Now multiply. That becomes cos square of B minus cos square of A cos square of B minus cos square of A minus minus plus cos square of A cos square of B. Bracket close. Now you can cancel, but cancel this value, this is a positive negative value, cancel. So minus sign will multiply this value, that becomes negative, minus minus that become positive. Then you can write down cos this value first, minus cos square of B equal to left hand side. This is the answer. I hope you like that video, and if you need any question, any help, please write down in your comments. Thank you.